Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Gordon Masson, and welcome to another edition of, well, another review, per se, I should say. And tonight was WWE Battleground, and expectations for the show, like, it'll be okay. It's about my expectations from a thumbs up, thumbs middle, thumbs down perspective of what I thought the show was going to be is about a thumbs middle, and it was a complete thumbs up. Like, the decision making that went into this tonight was completely spot on, 100% awesome. I loved it, great. There were some things that I could change around, like the slotting of where Becky Lynch versus Natalya was, or how Becky Lynch and Natalya went down. But yeah, I felt this could have been a lot different. But you know what? I like to usually promote the social media, which I actually do not have up right now. So I will just say, go follow me on Twitter at FightMasterFight. And you know what? Better yet, I still can't show you because I'm magic like that, and they can get up within the next few seconds. So with that being said, I was tweeting during the show tonight. I tried as best I could because I was actually in like a, web chat with someone at this very moment. So there was that, and you know what? I actually have Twitter right now, but it's just taking a while to load, and it's actually loaded now. So here, you can come follow me here. And you know what? I was all over this show tonight, like where the parts were, Randy Orton, he did not lay any kind of respect on Fandango's name. He said, "What did you expect me to do? Just come back and face someone like Fandango?" Orton just didn't have a care in the world. I don't think promos like this show you when Orton's really into something or Orton's really trying, but you can definitely tell he was trying as hard as he could to get into it tonight. And when I say trying as hard as he could, that doesn't mean he was carrying the segment per se. That means that he was really into it for the first time in a while that I've seen him into that. But yeah, these are the tweets that I was putting out here tonight. I said Orton was shooting and everything. Like, just, it was, I don't know, man. It was awesome. It was great. I enjoyed this pay-per-view tonight. I would completely take my perspective on how I thought of this from a thumbs up, well, from thumbs middle to a thumbs up. But you know what? That's how I feel. Instead of consistently sitting here talking about it, let's analyze and dissect it. So we can get into this now. Okay, so our first match tonight on this card was, well, if we're gonna go to the pre-show, let's take a dive to the pre-show because I think this is actually pretty big, kinda. So you had Breezango, aka Fabrice. Well, I call them Fabrice, but you had Fabrice versus the Usos, and completely coming into this, and I think even on my preview yesterday, I think my prediction was the Usos go over and win this, and Fabrice got the win. And some people may say to me, like, "Look, dude, that's big to you, but like to most of the people, yeah, the Usos lost. Okay, cool. Like the Usos did lose. Of your background, sorry, I have family home. But the Usos did go on and lose this match, and at the same time, it's like these guys are two-time tag team champions, and they're Roman's cousins, and they have been looked at as the top tag team around here. So to see the Usos lose, especially the guys that WWE has considered since Tyler Breeze has been on the main roster, and since Fandango has gotten done with Chris Jericho, and the Fandangoing thing wasn't as cool as it used to be. It wasn't as cool as it used to be. These guys at one point were considered jobbers. But you know what? I think they have done good by Fandango and Jericho. I said Fandango and Jericho. I'm sorry. I said Jericho because I was thinking of the. I said Jericho because I was thinking of the highlight reel that just passed by tonight, and I'm just sitting here thinking, well, they completely just Fandango's name needs some respect thrown on it. That's the best thing I was thinking. Like, that's all I was thinking. Like, Fandango's name needs some respect thrown on it. But now these guys win, and I get to win in an awesome way. The Usos splash was attempted on Tyler Breeze. The knees were thrown up by Breeze. 1, 2, 3, and that was pretty much it. Pretty fun match for the little bit of time that it got. But next we go in here to get the show, and this was where Sasha Banks opened the show. And I said it on Monday, people. I think I said it on Tuesday. I don't really remember. all these reviews are going to start really mashing themselves together, considering we have 4 within the next 4 days. Within today, tomorrow, Tuesday, after I go to SmackDown, come back with no voice and review it. So I'm just going to say now, excuse my raspy voice probably at that point in time. And Wednesday being Cruiserweight Classic Day. So we're going to get a lot of reviews coming out. And I think I'm going to give this review a name because, like, yeah, the whole GM review thing, it was on the spot. Like, it works for what it is now. But I want to, I don't want to say brand this out because I don't want to, yeah. But we need a name for this review. So, for this, review show that I'm doing. So, if you have a name that seems like it's totally me, for anybody who knows me or anybody who's been watching me long and say, oh, this seems like something he'd be into, or this seems like something he would, like to start doing here. I don't want to. I thought about some stuff earlier. I don't want to do anything according like the Masked Asylum or anything like that. But you know what? Comment, please. I need something. Okay, so let's get back to the show. So you get Sasha Banks and her mystery partner. Charlotte and Dana come out. Sasha comes out and gets this really infectious smile that she gets, like she's watching like someone she's grown up with her entire life come out and has finally made it to the big stage that she has. And the crowd popped and erupted for her partner. So her partner will be revealed on tomorrow's Raw review. See you guys next time. Her partner was Bayley. Like, we've all been saying it. We all knew that it fit. It was awesome, dude. Her partner was Bayley. Like, how cool is that? We got Sasha and Bayley teaming up here tonight. And they beat Dana Brooke and Charlotte. And, because Bayley was the debuting talent, they still, thank goodness they didn't get too, starstruck. Like, oh, not starstruck, I'm sorry. Well, that's, too like, oh, should we keep her strong this way? Should we keep her strong that way? No, they just completely kept to the narrative, and they had Sasha make Charlotte tap out in a very convincing fashion where Charlotte did fight for it, but she did tap out. We had 2 women's matches tonight finished by submission, and it's actually, I think about it, not shocking to me because Charlotte and Sasha have submission finishers, and there's no way Dana was getting an ending fall in this match because that team would have won. If that team would have won, and either Sasha or Bayley would have went down, it would have been just horrible. So, up next, we get... Well, not up next. Sasha gets the submission win. So, yeah, I did go over that. So, yeah, we are moving on. Up next, we get... The Wyatt family versus the New Day. And, Xavier was just still doing the whole Conquer the Fears thing. The New Day, when they usually come up for their whole 15-minute roast session, they did roast the Wyatts, but at one point in this, they said, let's get serious. And, they're trying to get serious, and their point of getting serious is taking, like, they get serious for about 2 seconds with just the whole let's get serious thing. The statement was the only seriousness there was to them at all. The only serious substance there was to them, because they have... the whole personality thing like I do where I don't take much serious and I just completely everything is fun. Everything is all games. And Xavier is just sitting there like, have you guys not gotten it yet? We went to the compound, we've been there, we've been through that, what aren't you guys getting? He doesn't look on his face, but he just plays along, does a whole New Day Rocks thing. The match is pretty fun. Best moment of the match, Xavier Woods conquers his fears and conquers Bray Wyatt. That was awesome. But Braun Strowman to get involved, Big E, and I'm gonna say this here with Big E. That whole spear tackle football thing you do, I'm not even gonna call it a football thing because you don't, or you do, but the whole thing you do to the ropes, that whole spear to the ropes, it's gonna have you break your neck or your shoulder. That has lingering concussion, shoulder, neck issues written all over it, and you bounce off your shoulder or off your head and get right back up. That is not, like, I'm legitimately worried when it comes to Big E just for that. Like, no. Like, I just can't do it, dude. So, Big E, please stop. I'm just asking of you now. Just please stop. Like, please. But Xavier, when he is sitting there fighting Bray, he eventually does get caught when he tried to clothesline Bray, I believe, into his sister Abigail, and that was it for the 1, 2, 3. So thank God, thank the ever-loving God that Bray Wyatt got the win. Because I'm not going to go over everything, and I think I said it on SmackDown. I said it. I could honestly imagine myself saying this on either SmackDown or my preview prediction video I made, whatever you want to call it, my preview that I made it. And, dude, I am so happy. I am so happy that Bray gets to win here, because let's look at it like this. Broken Matt Hardy striding his hair or not, Bray, you might want to get that out of there before Matt comes back to WWE. Yeah, before Matt comes back to the WWE and tries to delete you! But, point being, it's good to send Wyatt off to SmackDown in a winning way, because I think that's what was lost in Wyatt. That's what's been lost in Wyatt. Like, WWE has taken their complete mindset and the way they wanted to do things the past 2 years with Bray Wyatt and completely just smacked his character, just completely mollywopped his character around to the point where it's just like, whatever Wyatt does, you can't really think of it or take it serious because of how mistreated he's been when it comes to winning and losing record. Oh, this is the statement I've made about Bray Wyatt recently. Wins and losses matter because Bray Wyatt is a living example of that. His character's words are so powerful. If he doesn't win, like, this is the thing about good characters in wrestling. If you don't win consistently, people start to think of you as lesser, which honestly can be a good and bad thing about why you should win and why you shouldn't win. And it's such a good thing about what makes stories and what doesn't, and what kills stories. It just has to be booked properly by the proper people who are in charge, and honestly, with Wyatt, it hasn't been. So, yeah. So, the New Day does take the loss, and honestly, it doesn't hurt them at all, because they are recently the longest reigning tag team champions. They have dethroned Paul London and Brian Kendrick, one of my old childhood favorites, and I'm cool with it. I'm fine with it. Okay, so up next, we have, I believe it was the Rusev match? Yeah, we have Rusev versus Zack Ryder. And Zack Ryder is we started with Lana here in this. For anybody who's played Super Smash Brothers, you're going to get this here. This whole Princess Zelda-ish dress, and she just, does the whole introduce Rusev thing. I'm sorry if you guys can hear that car that's zooming by outside my house. She does the whole introduce Rusev thing, but before she does, as she does, she lets every man know out there that Rusev is the only man that can have her. And I just say, but I think, it's alright. The way Rusev acts, and, as cool as Rusev is, and as much fun as he likes to have on social media, I would like to I would like to be adopted into the family of Rusev and Lana, because like I said, my mom is hot, and I have a better looking mom than any of you, and my dad's the coolest thing ever. Rusev can totally be my dad. Okay. But we get Zack Ryder versus Rusev in this match, and it's great because Rusev, let's look at it like this, guys. Rusev, the best way for me to put this is, Rusev, he let Zack Ryder get the right amount of offense in this match. Okay, I know what you're thinking, he didn't let him, Zack Ryder got okay. Zack Ryder got the right amount of offense in this match, and Rusev sold it perfectly. The broski boot, Rusev didn't just sit in the corner like a complete jabroni and take the broski boot. Rusev was on a knee and took it. Rusev sold everything perfect. He sold Zack Ryder perfectly. But Zack Ryder comes out in his stupid American flag-ish jacket, which just makes me upset, because we're never going to get away from this USA versus Bulgaria, USA versus Russia thing with Rusev. We're never going to get away from it, because someone's always going to think, well, I can definitely and this is my problem with what Zack Ryder did here. Like, dude, you're already like the crowd already reacts to you. Like, what are you doing? He's like, well, I can get like more of a reaction if I probably just use the whole America versus whatever thing. No, it's keeping Rusev in one stale place where he hasn't mentioned I'm better than America. He just says I'm the greatest American ever now. Like, he's accepting it, he's embracing it, he's trying to develop himself as a character because certain superstars and certain management members are holding him back from it. Like, this is where we are with Rusev. And I'm not saying it's a bad place because Rusev, the person, the character, is doing different things, which is awesome because I love Rusev. But this just isn't cool. This just isn't cool. I don't have enough time to waste in this match. Rusev gets the accolade in. I remember I was watching this with my friend tonight, and like, it's a girl, so she was basically like, "Oh," she's like, "Well, Zach will get out of it," and she's like, "Zach's fighting out of it." I'm like, "No, he's not. Zach's fighting out of it." And Zach just fought his way into Rusev throwing that out of control accolade on, where Zach basically has his back bent to the heels of his feet, and he's stretched back and choked out like that, and Rusev gets the tap out victory in the accolade that way. So, as if I haven't told you guys, we are calling this the out of control accolade. This is going to be known as the out of control accolade. I don't care if the name sounds stupid. We are rolling with out of control accolade. So Rusev gets the win. Out of control accolade. That's about it. Okay. So up next, we're going to move on here to I believe it was Zayn and Owens. I hope it was Zayn and Owens. Let it be Zayn and Owens. Yes, it was Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens. A couple of things. When these two have matches or have series of whatever that they do, and Rusev is the guy. Not Rusev, I'm sorry. I'm talking about my dad. Sami and Kevin are both the guy. Like, both guys is what I meant to say. Both guys get equally loud, if not a smidge loud, crowd reactions, which just tells you that the crowd is going to be into their match or into said match or into whatever that these guys are going to do. That just affirms it for me. Like, if I'm not the only one who thinks that coming into these things, then awesome. Okay, but we get to the match. Sami on his extra on his on his bungee cord or diving board, on his bungee, I'd say like a bungee cord springboard moonsault. I felt like he intentionally botched that tonight, like, because at some point in the match when he went for that on Kevin Owens, he did botch it, but well, hold on, we'll get to that in a second, because I like how Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, Sami went for the haluva kick off the bat, Kevin slid under the ropes, and like, no, we're definitely not doing this, because if you remember Extreme Rules with these guys in the Fatal 4-Way, Sami ran at Kevin and hit him with the haluva kick, and that was the beginning of the match. And Kevin knew otherwise this time. These guys, they beat each other up outside the ring. Everything about this match, literally everything about this match was awesome. Like, and if Sami did completely really botch that, I for a second was worried because it looked like at one point he did bounce off his head. Kevin Owens could have really been hurt trying to catch Sami taking it. He could have been kicked in the head or kicked in the neck or really fell the wrong way, and we could have had like two broken whatevers. We could have concussion and a broken neck. We could have had two broken necks. We could have had a torn, like, Sami could have really messed the shoulder up again. Shoot, man, even the way that Sami landed after this, if this was a work, Kevin did go focus on the shoulder because he held his shoulder on the way down and coming back up and everything. So I don't really know. No one really is going to know. And that's just the way things work right now. So Kevin was working Sami's shoulder for a little bit. The match was really good back and forth. I love the Michinoku driver spots, the whole Blue Thunder Bomb thing. Like, everything was perfect about this match. Like, I'm even having a hard time to struggle and find spots, but I will sit here and tell you that at this moment, I will call that complete thumbs up quality match. And that itself was awesome. Zayn, at the end of the match, basically tells Kev to bring it. Haluva kicks him. Oh, wait, no, let me mention that, too. Zayn, I think, yeah, he got his foot in there from a pop-up powerbomb. and here's my favorite spot. This was my absolute favorite thing ever. This was the most indie wrestling thing you'll probably see on WWE television, unless they let Kev bring back the package pile driver, which then I don't even think that can beat this, depending on how he does it and who sells it. But Kevin Owens doing a apron brainbuster on Sami Zayn. Apron brainbuster on Zayn completely blew my mind. Completely made me think someone check that man, he's dead. Well, Zayn did the apron brainbuster on Owens, and which made me think like someone check that man, he's dead. So Zayn at the end of the match hits a hell of a kick, tells Owens to fucking ring it, kicks him again, and gets the 1, 2, 3. So Zayn wanted there to be no shadow of a doubt that he had Owens beat, and he did. Okay. So that was about that for that match. And up next, oh my goodness, Natalya versus Becky Lynch. And let me just say this. Oh wow, Owens and Zayn got 18 minutes. Let me just say this about this match. Natalya defeated Becky Lynch by submission, but it felt like Natalya controlled most of this match, and I felt like it was not cool to see Becky tap out tonight, and not just because like I'm a complete Becky Lynch fan, but it just wasn't cool in general. Like I was not digging this, and it sucked that they put Becky in this spot that she had to, she had to completely just job. But it sucked that they put her in a spot where she was. What's the best way to put this? It sucked that they put Becky in a spot where she had to follow Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens after that banger that they put on, knowing the crowd was going to be out of it. And instead, they had the perfect segment, which was Chris Jericho and Randy Orton in the highlight reel that they could have replaced this thing with. Well, they could have like switched spots on the fly. I'm not saying the crowd reaction would have been any better, but the crowd was dead because it just got done with that match. Although I am still happy that there were Becky chants in this, but Becky Lynch did take 2 sharpshooters and she tapped out to the second one, so whatever, dude. Whatever, man. Okay, so up next, we get to The Miz versus Darren Young with Maurice and Bob Backlund at ringside. And Maurice and Bob Backlund are the reason this thing go haywire, because I believe Maurice tried getting involved, and Bob Backlund, he basically got slapped. And this 67-year-old man flat out takes a back bump on the ground. And I'm just thinking, somebody help Bob Backlund, please. Like, because I'm scared with this man bumping, man. I'll be honest with you. Like, seeing this man completely sell out for Maurice was awesome. But at the same time, you think this man is old, and at some point, he could fall into something the wrong way. We could really have issues. But he tries ripping his shirt off after the next time when he gets back up. But he's stuck in his shirt, and Miz pushes him on the ground on his back. Darren Young gets outside the ring. Yeah, Darren Young gets outside the ring, does a does a cross-face chicken wing, and makes the Miz tap out. Then, from there, we get, just that confuzzling thing of a match. And, by the way, the Miz and Maurice's face mask they were wearing in this was they were completely top-notch. I enjoy them. Why is my mustache itching? Oh, man. I think, never mind. I'm just going to leave that comment to myself. Because most people will probably laugh at it, some people will probably take it offensively. But my mustache is totally is totally not as thick as Natalia's. Just saying. So, anyways, little salt there, maybe. So after this match, and this weird ending, we get John Cena, Enzo Amore, and Big Cass versus the Roppongi Club. And the Roppongi Club goes on to, lose this match. And Cena goes on and get the winning AA. But Enzo and Cass came out for, just like the New Day, their 15-minute roast session of the club. And, Enzo and Cass, they really put on a show tonight. And I've been complaining recently in Raw reviews recently about Colin Cassidy getting more mic time than Enzo Amore. And tonight, Enzo completely slayed everything he did on the mic. Everything. It called AJ Styles a soccer mom, called the club little boys. I can't even repeat half the stuff Enzo said, and it's not because it's bad. It's just because it was so good and it came in such quick succession that you can't remember some of the lines. I remember he said AJ Styles had a soccer. No, it might have been Cass that had a soccer mom haircut, but he's just making a bunch of lines. And then after he was filling everything, the most thing I can remember that Enzo Amore did tonight, besides his wrestling, he dabbed. I can't even do a complete. It looks like I'm just sitting here, just looking at my arm, like I'm just deeply thinking into my arm, just no. But he completely did the dab tonight, and it was awesome. So we get to Roppongi Club and versus Enzo, Cass, and Cena. Cena being a complete dork, just clapping, bowing to Enzo and Cass, raising his arm at some point after all the stuff that he had said, because he was just so blown away by it. Excuse me. And people may have a problem with two things I'm about to say. One, I have not had a problem as of recent with John Cena. This has just been incredible. John Cena has been on this run since he's been back from injury, and he has not been to the championship, for one, which has been awesome. And two, this role that he's stepped down into, this mid-carder role, he hasn't done bad at it. So, John is, it's not really offending me, at least, but he does go on to get the winning pinfall of the match where he does a super AA to AJ Styles off the top rope. There were some cool spots in this match. Enzo Amore's DDT outside the ring, Carl Anderson's spine buster on Cass. I don't think it was Cass. It might have been Cena. One of the two on the announce table. Yeah, it was with Cena on the announce table. What do you call it? AJ accidentally hitting Gallows with the phenomenal forearm. Enzo hitting Cena again. Everything was awesome, dude. But the Roppongi Club do go on to lose. Some people were just sitting there like, it was a six-man tag. You could have completely had Enzo and Cass get the win, but they weren't the major story going into this. The story was Cena and Styles, Enzo and Cass, and the club just got added. And the Roppongi Club, I'm sorry, we don't call them the club here. And the Roppongi Club just got added because why not? They have nothing better to do. And they're both tag teams, so they could just give themselves a beef with this feud. They're the supporting cast, just like the Usos were the supporting cast with the club, which is just the Roppongi Club, man. Why do I keep doing that? Just like I'm glad the Roppongi Club are going to be on their own until probably Finn aligns with them, because I want to see them fend for themselves without having to cling to AJ Styles, and make a name for themselves without having to cling to AJ Styles. So, with that being said, I'm going to say, look, man, for anybody who's mad about that Cena finish with him getting the win, like I said, they're the main story, and this is the way it works with John Cena. He's going to get the win back. Cena's going to get the win back, and we've all come to accept it. Is it the right way to do business? Would I personally do business like this? No, I wouldn't. But he's going to get the win back. And you know what? I think AJ Styles has a better chance than anyone else to get, match number 3 in this series. Because let's look at it like this. They're going to have a third match. They're both on SmackDown. I'll probably be there to see the feud start because I'm going to SmackDown on Tuesday. And it's going to be at SummerSlam. And John Cena hasn't won at SummerSlam since probably 2009, if I'm being completely honest with you. Because you go back through John Cena's SummerSlam history, I've done it a bunch of times myself, go through it yourself, you would see that Cena hasn't won at SummerSlam in about 6 years. I am completely serious. John Cena has not won at SummerSlam in 6 years. Incredible, people. Incredible. Because he has some ridiculously hard time winning at SummerSlam. Okay. But after this match, we had the highlight reel segment. I believe it was the highlight reel segment. Yeah, the highlight reel segment. Wow, and then that's what I even have here. The highlight reel segment's not even involved. So they don't even like for this highlight reel segment. This is back and forth talking. This felt like a Raw thing. This is probably the only down part about anything that was here. And then Randy Orton's like, "Oh, you don't like what I'm saying? All right." He's like, "I wouldn't have wanted to come back and face a guy like Fandango anyway." What? You were gonna put some respect on Fandango's name? Like he didn't even do anything to you. Like, chill, dude. So Randy just completely buried Fandango. This man was shooting from the hip. So you know what? He's like, Brock Lesnar has Suplex City. I have Viperville, and you know he's like, no shots, like you like no adrenaline or whatever added there. So he's making a steroid joke at Brock Lesnar, and that's pretty much how that works. So you know what? Forget Randy. Favorite part of this thing though, Chris Jericho. I'm gonna give you something that'll help you against Brock Lesnar. I'm gonna give you something, and all these people something that they need, and it's the gift of Jericho. Drink it in, man. And kept on asking, when are you going to RKO me? When are you going to RKO me? So Randy pulls Jericho around, acts like he's going to RKO him. Like, oh, my shoulder. Really? Oh, no, RKO. Out of nowhere. Like the shirt says on the back of it. Hashtag out of nowhere. Buy it. Buy it. Buy it. Okay. So, we're going to move on. And we're going to get to the main event, which was Seth Rollins versus Dean Ambrose versus Roman Reigns for the championship. Roman Reigns comes out to an ocean of boos, which was completely expected. Rollins comes out to a hero's welcome, and so does Ambrose. And this match was awesome. One of my favorite spots in this, one of my favorite moments in this, I'm not going to say spot, one of my favorite moments in this match was when they were all sitting there fist fighting each other, and then Reigns just starts to get the best of both of them, and then they just start to pound Reigns to the ground. And they try and double powerbomb him in the ring at one point, and just like, no. So at some point later in the match, they get outside, they triple powerbomb him. I really love the Superman punch, rebound lariat, clothesline. Well, Superman punch, rebound lariat spot, where Seth got Superman punched, Roman got the rebound lariat. And I like the fact that Dean Ambrose was able to pin Roman Reigns clean. So back-to-back pay-per-views within a month. Roman Reigns' last 3 matches have been non-decision with Seth Rollins. Well, actually, beaten clean by Seth Rollins, non-decision with Seth Rollins, beaten clean by Dean Ambrose. So Dean gets the win. The rosters come out to, help, or not to help. Not the rosters come out. The SmackDown roster comes out because they showed both rosters in the back, which is like a funny little side note here. Becky wearing a Roppongi Club shirt, sitting next to John Cena, which was about the funniest thing ever. But the rosters come out, they lift Dean, and they celebrate with him, and that ends the show. I'm excited. I'm sitting here yelling at this point, like, yeah, Dean won, because I did not expect him to win. I said anyone but Dean, and I think everybody else who was, who was who was predicting, was saying anyone else but Dean, because if you look at the bigger picture, I don't see Roman losing, I don't see Seth losing. So, there you go. And Seth took a spear, Dean gave Roman the dirty deeds, and that was it. So you know what? That was a pay-per-view. I hope you guys did enjoy it, though, and I really did, too. Like, I had complete thumbs up from this guy. Thumbs up everywhere. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. Speaking of thumbs up, the YouTube thumbs up looks like this. What you should do on your mobile device is click it. So, like, it pops up and turns a certain color. Like the Slurpee color, but it won't turn the Slurpee color. It'll turn blue. If I had something blue, if I had, blueberry Slurpee, I'd like, it turns blue like this. Just click it and you'll see. So, remember, guys, if you haven't already, just subscribe to this channel. Well, not to subscribe, to like this channel. Like this channel. I'm messing up! Like this video, subscribe if you're not subscribed, if you feel inclined to the channel. And share this video. Follow your man on Twitter. And I'll see you guys next time. Thank you guys for watching. I do appreciate it. And I will see you guys next time. See ya!